Hola, hello Spanish 3 families. I am here today to talk about something on the other side of the classroom than where I usually record that's really kind of central to what we do in our Spanish classes. So this is our Spanish 3 Big Ideas bulletin board. It's a whiteboard. We call it a bulletin board. So basically what this is at the beginning of a unit in Spanish 3, this board is blank, all except for what we call our big idea or our big question for the unit. So we just got done with a unit on friends and friendship. So in addition to learning the vocabulary, right, and being able to speak and read and write and listen, we also try to kind of organize our thoughts around this big question. So for our last unit, it was, why are friendships important and what do we look for in a friend? All right. So throughout the unit, we added some things to our big idea bulletin board as we started to explore that idea a bit. So as students learned words for describing their friends, we took a survey and we said, okay, what do you like? What do you look for in a friend? What are positive attributes for a friend? And they came up with a list of positive characteristics like being loyal and creative and caring and helpful and responsible and generous. And we added that here. Later, we watched a short movie about a group of friends, farm animals, helping out a friend who was feeling lonely and depressed. And we made a list of things that are positive actions in our friends. Things like they talk to me, they include me, they listen to me, they don't insult me, they don't abandon me, they help me. Okay. And we just kept expanding from there. We read an article, a blog article that was posted online about why it's so important to have friends. And we identified some of the big ideas from that article that really resonated with us. As a class, they said, we need love of other people to survive. That was a big point that the article made. Having somebody to confide in to help alleviate some of the stress that we're feeling is a big point. And then also being able to go to someone for help in difficult moments, of course. All right. We read a couple books in this unit. We read Chancho el Pug. In English, these books are called Pig the Pug. He's kind of a grumpy pug who doesn't want to share his toys. But it was just kind of a fun, light book about friendship and what we look for in a friend and not. We read a Cuban folk tale it's called Martina the Beautiful Cockroach. We did a little culture study on Cuba and these very real cockroaches that live in Cuba. But we also used it as a chance to practice describing characters and whether or not they had positive or negative attributes as far as somebody we'd want to see in a friend. And as we worked on our own language, we had a conversation where we practiced getting to know people because we recognized that at the beginning, in order to have friends, you have to be able to put yourself out there. You have to be able to say hello. You have to be able to ask questions to get to know them better. So we did that. That was one of our tests. And we also had a writing test in this unit to kind of practice describing our friends, or they could talk about friendship in general, what they look for in a friend, what their friends are like. So overall, I was very proud of them. All of these ideas together kind of help them process all the things we did and help them give it some meaning. So it's not just a vocab list, a grammar lesson, and a test, but instead something bigger that we're doing together. So I'll be taking this particular board down now, which is a little sad, but we will be replacing this question with a new one for our next unit. And I can't wait to see how we keep learning in that one.